Hi kids, how we doing? Singing in the bathtub, la-da-dee. All right guys, well look, we're just here to hang out, chat, have a little bit of fun. What I got here is our statuary I was working on. And I'm going to put a little bit of whitewash on there. So just hang out, chill out. No big deal. Started working on this a little bit ago. What's up, Tav? Gonna just chat a little bit. You guys hang out, putting a little whitewash. This is part 2 of a statuary series I'm doing. As you can see it. Ha, cool dad from the 80s. What's up, dude? Sean? Good to see you, buddy. So, I'm going to be painting. What's up, Kim? What's up, brother? Good to see you, Kim. I'm going to be painting. I'm on my phone, so I really can't answer too much. But what I was doing was a color test on this stuff. So, make sure you check each other's sites out, hang out, do what you got to do, you know, right? ADK in the house. Here's what I'm using. You can see I checked my colors already. So now I'm going to whitewash it with primer. All right? While we chit chat. The real cool thing, I'm going to do 2 coats. Not tonight, but 1 coat tonight. The real cool story behind this is a friend of mine. His dad had all the statuary out, and his dad passed. So, the cool thing is, he asked me if I would like to redo his paintings, or statuaries, whatever you want to call it. And I was honored. I thought it was really cool. So, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to cover everything over. I blocked out all the colors I want to use. And it's time. Time to get her done. And I just hope and pray that when this is done, it's going to be super cool to, you know, unveil it. We picked out basically a peach for this color in here. Holly made sure she helped me blend it. That was in our first part. We washed it. We went real deep. Got in all the cracks and crevices. Up here, right here, and right here. I used a plumbing patch, and it seems to work really cool. I guess it's just called Joseph and the Baby Jesus. I don't know if there's a, you know, I looked up all the colors already to see, pardon me, to see like if I had to do just one color, like one color scheme. But if you look this statue up on the internet, it's in all different colors. Some of them are just no color at all, just all plain. So, depending on how long we're going to stay with each other, see if I can get through the first coat. Sorry if I miss a comment too. I apologize. But you guys can all, you know the whole thing. Chill out together. Chat. Let me put this here. I can already tell by doing the whitewash, it's going to come out nice. Another cool reason to do the whitewash is there's a few spots here that have, who's that? DJ, what's up? Glad to see you guys. Talk amongst yourselves too. Holler at you, brother. Love you guys a lot. One thing I could certainly tell is there's slight areas where cement from the original paint was starting to show. And with me going over it with the, with me being able to go over it with the other paints, it wasn't really doing good with the actual cement showing through. So hence I had to definitely make sure I prime the whole thing so it actually looks really good with colors popping. That's when the excitement happens for me. And we're going to do a live where I'm going to cover this up and bring it to my buddy's house and surprise him and do like a little unveiling on YouTube. Oh yeah, it's cleaning up real nice. A lot of times you're going to see it all white when you go and look around town. You'll see that it doesn't even have color. So yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's so funny. This is like weird, but like this type of statuary stuff, I guess back in the Roman and Greek days. I'm not sure if, I guess Egyptians must have had some form of cements. I know they cut rocks and built the pyramids and all, so I don't mean to sound like I'm kind of stupid to it, but the statuaries back in the old days, the Greek days and whatnot, the sculptures and the chisel outs and whatnot, that was the art. They barely really worked on, the paintings yet. That was more towards about maybe 1000 AD. But at one time, statues were it. That was like, you were somebody if you had a statue. And here, I kind of feel like, in some weird way, I'm sort of going back in time a little bit. This is the very first statue I ever redid for somebody. So you guys are kind of like doing it with me as I go through the steps. And I got 2 or 3 more to do anyway. Maybe I'll build up a series on the tube. It's relaxing. So yeah, this stuff goes back so long. And I can't wait. Just to do the eyes and stuff is going to be really cool because I got to get like, well, I don't have to get, I have them, but really small brushes to do the eyes blue. There they go. Bye-bye, eyes. We're going into the abyss now. The eyes are gone. I get to bring them back to life the next time. All right. Well, it actually looks cool doing the white, right? Almost looks like probably the way it would have been done back in the Greek times. Now, obviously, I know that once you get to the, I guess you would, like the Sistine Chapel when they were doing the painting in there, Da Vinci and all those cats, they were still doing amazing marble sculptures, statues. So I'm not naive to the fact that it kept doing it, but I would say back in the Greek days, this had to be like to have something done where you kind of were the patron of your best sculpture in town. If you had one of these in your living room, out on the front lanai, maybe it was cool to have a statue. It meant status. I'm going to definitely do more. Who's that? Oh, I'm Tommy's here. I am Tommy. Thanks for stopping in, partner. You guys chit chat. Like I said, man, it'd be nice if you just kept me company. I'm not on my laptop, so while I'm concentrating, I can chit chat. I feel like I have sets of eyes on me. Maybe Jesus is waiting for me to put him to night-night land until I revive him. Not revive him, but I get to give him his sight back. Isn't that weird? That don't sound right. Let's see. Right in here was a major spot that was chunked out. This whole arm looked like it was going to fall out, so I had to stuff in some putty there and putty there, and I'm hoping that that's enough to give it another 20 years, or at least as long as my paint job holds up. And right now it's looking like you can't even tell that I did anything there. My daughter helped out a lot. She was on the first video. Yeah, definitely going to need 2 coats. Victor! Definitely going to need 2 coats. I'm just having a little relaxing moment. No? Yeah, just do it. Go ahead, you know. Bye-bye. Oh, that's so creepy. But it looks awesome. Wow. That's cool. It almost looks brand new, like freshly molded. Melly Mel, my brother Mel. What's up, my brother Mel? Good to see you, my man. You know what's funny? When you're doing it, kind of, I don't know how you guys feel about moon landings and stuff, but now it's coming about that the technology supposedly that we used, awesome, Mel. All of a sudden NASA's saying that the technology we used we can't use now to go to the moon. Isn't that funny? 1969 we could go 240,000 miles to the moon, or 480,000 miles round trip. NASA says we don't have the technology anymore. We got rid of it, dismantled it, whatever you want to call it. I think that's like hilarious. That would be like, we can't do statues anymore. Like, oh, don't go out and get a chisel, because there's certain ways you got to use your chisel. We don't have the technology anymore. Just find that awfully puzzling. 1969. Like, 1910, we were like flying little biplanes. 1960, we get challenged to go to the moon. Cracks me up, because I would love to go to the moon. My kids, I think, would love to do science in space. Holly's really good. What? God only knows, right? And I'm not into. As a matter of fact, I do like conspiracy. But when stuff makes you think, like 1920, we're flying barely with gas engines. 1965, we're shooting rockets up. That amount of time blows my mind. 40, 50 years, 60 years, and we went. But then you got Tesla, or the guy that makes Tesla, Elon Musk, trying to get up in orbit. I don't know too much about it, but like I think the space shuttle could only go between 200 and 400 miles up in space, no more. Something to do with like Van Allen belts or something. Like the lava or the inner core of our Earth is so molten and full of iron that it makes like a magnetic field. I forgive you. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but it's on my mind. I guess this is relating. This is making me think like 2,000 years ago, this is what people did almost for a living, fame or fortune, but you had to be an apprentice. You had to, train under a guy for 10, 15 years before you could go out and make your own money just to chip away at rock. But in 60 years, we went to the moon. Good old Kennedy. I want to go to the moon. You guys are like, pretty soon he's going to be talking about flat Earth. And then I'm going to unsubscribe that guy. I don't like to talk Michigander dog. I see it too. Rob, I'm in your nation now, brother. I got this little chunk of turf. Fessler Nation. Rob's in the house, my dude. But this is so cool. I almost like this as much as I like doing the colors because this looks like marble. Second coat, obviously, because you can probably still see there's a little blue showing through, but anywho. I don't care about, sub to sub. Do what you guys want to do because you're all good. Tina is in the house. My Slovakian sister that's taken over Japan. Now, when I go into the big colors, and because we got all the colors mapped, I'm going to bring Holly back in on the case. Because Holly's my left-hand girl. I do like, you know what? I'm getting vertical lines. So if I do this right, hands, whatever, if I do this right, I'm thinking it's going to give it a nice flow of fabric underneath the colors that I do. So as I talk and hang out with you, I'm still dabbing around, covering in stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is purty. Dark matter. Brother from another mother. Brother from another planet is Mr. Dark Matter. Have you guys hanging out, chilling out. So yeah, the back to those Van Allen belts are like 25,000 miles long. If we were to go through them, we'd be fried up like a microwave. But they went to the moon. You guys know the director that worked on the moon landing stuff? The guy that did Stanley Kubrick, maybe? He went to Disney. And some of you may know this, but I kind of look into it. Stanley Kubrick, who did The Shining, Eyes Wide Shut, stuff like that. Really good. He goes to Disney Studios, and NASA and Disney Studios want him to build a lot that looks like the moon so they could practice with their cameras, doing adjustments. I don't know. But awfully funny. I'm just saying. Kind of crazy. Like, what would that do? If there were aliens, maybe this is why I think about it. If there were aliens and you could know that there were Clockwork Orange, perfect. Man, I saw Clockwork Orange when I was too young to see Clockwork Orange. I snuck up. We had this thing called HBO, which is still out, but this is back. We had just got this little tiny box, and all you could have. Is that bisque or greenware? Where? This? I'm just painting it over. If you're cool, see, hang out with lovely kid. Tina saw a flying saucer. Thank God you're not afraid to say that. This is just this, dark matter, if that's what you're asking. I'm going to give it 2 coats. Outdoor primer. I like the Zinsser. You can use anything you want, but this Zinsser really, really works good outdoors. I'm going to do 2 coats of that with the Zinsser, and then with this stuff, and then when I paint on my colors, I'm going to do 2 coats, and then 2 coats of oh shoot, it's the really good clear coat. As soon as I think of it, I'll tell you which I'm using. I hope that answers. I don't know if that's what answered you there, Dark. Sorry. But no, it's just a whitewash, that's all. Yeah, it's restoration. He had cap damage up here, and then baby Jesus right here, his arm was coming off. So I put in hard plumber's putty. I got that. I'll show you what that was. At least I think I still have it. No, I put that away too already. Anyway, I got this plumber's putty that it's 2 components. You mix it together, and in 25, it's hard as rock. In 25 minutes, it's waterproof, paintable, and it can do like 900 pounds of pressure. Bergie love, welcome. Right, exactly. So, really cool stuff. I mean, when I click it, you can't tell the difference between the cement or the putty. It's that strong. So I'm really happy with that stuff. And it comes in like a putty, like that long, and inside the putty is a second putty. So yes. What's up, Sammy, baby? Sammy, where you been, my brother? Another brother from another mother. So yeah, when I used to do, housework and stuff, I used that putty all the time. I haven't really had to use it much at all lately. I mean, it's been about 5 years since we, shut down the regular business. So I figured how to plug holes in cement. I can putty them. I can mold it while it's still moldable. And it worked out good. Highly recommend it. But yeah, fighting bears in Siberia. I almost believe that, brother. Funny thing happened when Thanksgiving came. I had a lot of stuff come up with the family. And be quite honest, I was nearing like a moment where I was like, okay, the YouTube thing, it's like really cool. The YouTube thing's really cool. I like it. I'm in it for 4 months now. This is back in Thanksgiving, November. I'm in it for 4 months, all summer. And it's becoming a responsibility. Now, there's a difference between a hobby and a responsibility. And a hobby is, for YouTube, I don't think you look at your subscribers as a number and you want to keep growing it. I think a hobby is you do your thing. You don't care who pops in, and the friends you make are great. And if they want to hang out, great. But I did notice that there's a certain thing, and this probably isn't for anybody else but me, so this is only my opinion. So there comes a time where you go, wow, okay, commitment. Yep, it takes time. Editing. It takes time to go to other people's and support and watch and like. And it takes time to go to live streams and hang out, right? Oh, you leaving, Dark? If I missed that, I hope I said goodbye. I love you, brother. So anyway, Sam, I kind of took from Thanksgiving to about January 1st, where I actually slowed down for a minute and had to reevaluate what do I want to do. And where did I come? What did I come to? I came to I enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's the best. You know what? Make it a hobby. It's all real. I think I'm not going to rush anything. I don't think I'm going to worry about 4,000 hours of views. I don't think I'm going to worry about when I first started it out, I just woke up and whatever I felt like filming that day, or if I went to bed, I dreamed about what I would film the next day or whatever. So I kind of liked it that way. None of us owe anybody or each other anything but respect. Other than that, we do what we do, how we want to do it, take it from there. So, but that month that I took off, and I didn't go to lives, I didn't do anything. I put maybe 2 or 3 videos up, just about maybe Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff, but nothing major, just to maybe keep the machine lubed a little bit. And I think January 2nd is when I shaved my beard off. And Kentucky Ranger sent me this really cool sticker and note, brother thing. And I was just like, wow, I totally miss it. And I needed that. And I needed to figure out that I can go at any pace and I do not have to worry about monetizing. I still do little jobs on the side, so I don't have to worry about that. But it was really refreshing to recharge batteries. I think that's more of what it was for me, was a recharge. And I love the time that I spent with my daughter. I think that meant the most to me more than anything, was just getting me and Holly on film as Holly's growing up. And she can have it forever. When I'm gone, it's hers to do what she wants with, because it's on YouTube, but I save everything I make pretty much, except for maybe outtakes or stuff that went wrong. But I mean, pretty much any video that I ever published up is still on a hard drive also. So taking that little time off, and think back at that time, Sam, if you're still here, because I don't know who's leaving and who's not, so I apologize. But Sam, if you're still here, I know you took 3 or 4 weeks off to, be with your kid, and God bless you, man. That's what it's about. No more, no less. You do you, right? All right. Oh, I'm getting stoked. I can't wait. I just can't even wait. Like, I'm the type that I love to create. Yeah, the sausage was good, man. The sauce was delicious, man. There's something, what was cool? Let me tell you the trick with that sausage, too. I love you, Ann and Dan. The thing about the sausage video is I made a pork loin roast. And I saved all the drippings from the pork loin roast. So it was sausage, peppers, onions, mushrooms, stuff like that. That was all well and good. But when you throw in that little curveball of pork gravy from the pan, dear God in heaven, it was good. And I'll tell you what, Mel, that's the cooking videos I do with Holly almost religiously. Like that, if we're going to do, artwork and cooking, me and Holly do. And I'll tell you what, Holly's she's actually a very good, like, Holly knows chemistry in cooking too, not just, you know, this, and this tastes good. She knows the chemistry, the right temperatures of stuff. She can tell you what pork or chicken need to be temperature inside. I didn't know that at 10 or 11. I didn't have a dad that did that with me. I didn't have a dad, really. I had a grandfather. Holly is going to be an awesome mom. That's the truth. The pork chop platoon. That's what I'm saying. Man, well, there's a science to music too, Mel, right? There's a science to loving your partner, your wife, your husband, you know. And that doesn't have to be a scary science, man. It's just kind of like left foot, right foot, you know, and make sure one goes in front of the other before the other one does, or you'll trip. But when I took that time off, the best part was I spent more time with my wife and 2 kids. But I really found out that someday, if it happens for me, and I get into the editing and the graphics and stuff, not that I necessarily have to, but I really do want to do things a little bit deeper and further artistically with this YouTube thing. Who knows? In 10 years, there might be another YouTube, something else that people are going to flock to, and a whole other way of doing things. But it really, truly gave me a break. You don't even know. On my private messages, I cooked professionally, so I can't lie. I cooked in Cape May, New Jersey. And I cooked at McDonald's. I mean, I cooked 5-star French-Italian. French-American, I should say, cuisine. But I also cooked barbecue on the back bay for burgers and barbecued clams when I was younger, when I was in college and stuff. And I dishwashed too. But the funny thing is with cooking is, if you like how it tastes, screw everybody else. Yeah, it counts. Come on, man. What's up, Mr. Fred? It certainly counts, man. Where are you going to cook? In the bathroom? You cook in the kitchen, man. Doesn't matter, man. Some of the best cooks are people that haven't even been paid to do it yet, which is cool. But here's what, I was a latchkey kid, right? Y'all know what a latchkey kid was? Basically, both my parents had to work. And I would come home from school with a key around my neck, and I went to Catholic school. I had a feeling you were one. I had a feeling, Dark. So, I could certainly get in trouble real easy. But I had a dad that didn't like, me getting in trouble. And there would be nights, like if you had board meetings or zoning or planning board meetings, he'd come home at like 6 o'clock already half snookered, if not more. And if you just like said the wrong thing or whatnot, I was in deep crap. I could break a glass in the sink because I had soapy water hands, and I'd get my ass whooped for, really, I should have just been careful that I didn't get cut, but he could go off. And so I found a way to beat that system. Instead of coming home and getting in trouble or going out with my buddies and getting in trouble, I started cooking. So we had the Book of the Month Club. And I asked my mother to get me a kid's cookbook. And this is like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Well, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, not 5th. I went to a different school in 5th grade. But let me tell you, man, I cooked pork chops, I did applesauce, and peas. The very first time I ever cooked anything. I was like Holly's age, about 10, somewhere in there. My parents came home, and at first they were pissed. But then they realized I did something, you know, creative. And something where my mom and dad didn't have to come home and figure out what dinner was. I didn't tell them anything. I just said, oh, I kind of like it. It's fun. But I knew that if I didn't keep myself busy, I'd find trouble. I wasn't like the worst kid in the world, but, you know, if I got in trouble, it was 10 times harder than if the kid around the corner got in trouble, pending the parents. Yeah, aunts, cousins, come on. My grandmother used to we'd get a bushel of crabs, and we had this type of yard. She'd let all the crabs out in the yard and run around and hit them in the middle with a hatchet. Not a hatchet, you know, like a cleaver or whatever. And screaming all Italian stuff out. That's how she did it. And she could nail the crab right in half. And then she'd pick all the crab pieces up in a pot, boil them, clean them, and we would have crabs and spaghetti. That's how we did it. Or how she did it. But man, did she make the best Italian food. I learned all my Italian tricks from my great-grandmother, man. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with passing down and having your family teach you, right? Now, when me and Trace got married, she could cook, but I was kind of still more the cook. So the cool thing is Tracy didn't change to try to cook like I did. She just continued to cook the way she did. So when Tracy cooks, it's a totally different flavor, and it's cool. When I cook, so I tend to cook richer, you know, creamies, spicier. Tracy's Lithuanian. My wife is Lithuanian, and I don't speak Lithuanian, but I totally understand it. Whole other world. Now, I can't imagine what it would have been like to cook with my mom or dad at the age of Holly. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have liked it. I don't know. Maybe I would have been too creeped out, but Holly's on it, man. Fred Zapp, man. Come on, man. Like, has anybody met anybody that said that their grandmother sucked at cooking? I don't know if I think of anybody. I think all grandmoms somehow, or maybe the time you're a grandmom, you finally figure out how to cook. I don't know. But I rarely, if at all, don't know anybody that ever said, my grandmother sucked at cooking. She was the worst. But all the jokes in the 40s and 50s on TV and the movies were the wife made meatloaf and the father hated it, right? Well, I think it's coloring in good. It's definitely going to take 2 coats. I gotta watch. There we go. Pull it out a little. There's the back side. I can't even tell you how psyched I am. Here's the painting I did the other day. That's one I did the other day with Holly. It's finally dried. What do you guys think? Yucky? Cool? But she likes this stuff too. You know? Holly likes to get on the canvas and mess around. If I didn't have Holly, she's my medicine. She gets the old guy to settle down and chill out. See, now this little strip here is going to have to be a different color than this. And then this is going to be a different color. So I'm already seeing the 3 colors in my head, and it's hard to like focus because same like when I write music. I already hear it in my head. I just have to get it out, get the melody, get the chord structure behind it. But already, I've already moved on to, I'm dying to get the colors out. So I don't know if that's ADD or a form of it. But I'm dying to do my coloring. Yeah, so I gotta get that spot. Oh man, I'll tell you what, you guys, just the guys that came in here so far, I am loving you guys. Just even popping in to say hello, because I get it. I can't stay at all the live streams. I just like to make sure they know I love them. And I tried to go to all the live streams back before I took a little time off. But I realized it's just really cool to make sure. No, it's not for a church, actually, Sam. I got a guy that I grew up with in town. And we went to school together. His dad was a prominent businessman, well known around town, but his dad died 6 or 8 years ago. But these were his father's, on his father's property. And we were just talking one night. And I was showing some of the paintings I do, and we were having a beer, and he was like, I got some statuary. Would you like to, Oh, I hear, no. It's hard for me to get some patience too, Fred. Like I said, I'm already thinking about what colors to do, but no, Sam, I was honored because I knew his dad too. So I have this and 2 others, and they're a little beat up and bashed up. Like, as soon as these get cracks in them and water goes in them and then freezes, they start popping. So I had some repairs to do first. And so far, I've painted on everything that I've repaired, and I'm loving it. Asian food's my favorite. I love it too. As a matter of fact, for my son's birthday, we're going to a place called Mamiji, and it's Japanese, where they, cook right at your table. I love sushi. Tina, what does Mamiji mean? M-O-M-I-G or I-J-I. Mamiji. They do the hibachi cooking. I love hibachi cooking, but I love sushi. And I love fresh sushi. If I was in Japan and had sushi, I'd probably faint. But Mamiji's does it really good. So we're taking my son. He likes, that's it. Oh, cool. Well, that's the name of the restaurant we're going for, Little Harry's birthday dinner. About 2 weeks. Oh man, look, I just did this front. I'm on the side just touching up. But a second coat's going to make this look like marble. I'm telling you. I'm loving it. I'm doing the smallest. Oh, what was that? Let me see. Sushi rolls, right? Let me see. Ah, awesome. Thank you, Tina. Tina, this is going to be a couple of shows, or whatever you want to call this, a couple of lives. So when I start doing the big coloring and stuff, Holly's going to be into it, and she wants to see you. You and Carrie, Cargo 619, she loves you too. She knows you guys. And I know better. Holly would like to do this, but she would do about 5 minutes of this and be bored. So I don't want to ruin her for when it comes time to do color by color. She'll be into that. She can focus with that very well. This is more like bubble gum for the brain right now. Getting to hang out with you guys. Drunken One, Spark-O-Matic. What's up, Spark? Good to see you, brother. Much love. I'm doing a little Joseph holding the baby Jesus for a friend. And Sam, the cool thing is that I'm hoping to blow this dude's mind. Like, I'm going to, when it's all done and it's all cured, good to see you, Drunk. When it's all cured and it's all like just popping with the color, I want to put a cover over it, take it to his house and go like that. And I'm hoping I just fill his heart with love. That would be cool for me. And the fact I got 2 more. What's really cool is there are a few people that know I do this. You never know. You don't know that. Jesus could be an alien. You don't know that. Or an alien could be Jesus. Or dark matter could be an alien. Or maybe dark matter is an alien. King from his planet. Thank you, Drunken One. I appreciate that. Sparky is on it. We roll with it, though. Oh, we are. It is so cool. Nice. Kick ass, brothers. Kick ass, sisters. Feel it. Wield thy mighty wrench. Now I am going to have to put it up sort of on a pedestal to get down lower. But I almost got the first coat on in under an hour. That ain't too bad. Second coat's going to just rock and pop. $708,026. Split them up and play those numbers. Maybe they're lucky numbers. 708,026. I guess that's the kiln number or the run. I don't know. Yeah, it's getting smoother. You can feel it. Just getting nice and smooth. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it is, right? It is looking ceramic. I mean, it's cement, but it's definitely, you're right, Ann, or Dan, or Casey, whoever I'm talking to. That's what I was saying in the beginning. I think when I get a second coat on it, it's almost going to look like white marble. This is really good paint. Zinsser 123 Bullseye Primer. There's a few spots I'm going to need some tiny brushes, but I don't think this is going to be too crazy. Should be pretty short and sweet. And this primer I'm using too is actually getting into other cracks I'm just finding, so that should help seal it too. That is, I got Dark, Sam, and Sparky, like my original three brothers. Mel was here. I don't know if he's still here. That's awesome. Fred Zepp. We go back a ways now. Tina and Dan. Sean Stockman. Amazing. One of the cool studies on this is I'm going to be like so into the fabric part where, you know, there's one thing to paint a robe, but as the, you know, on the robe, you see how it's dark, light on the tops, dark in the creases. I am so psyched to make it look like fabric, or, you know, at least the waviness. I mean, even this little guy here, there's no color. It's all white, but you still see the creases because it's shadowing. And I love shadowing. That's one of my favorite. Shadowing is cool. Beekdor, drawing with Beekdor. Now, drawing with Beekdor, he humbles me because he is so good. I'm not a trained professional artiste. Musically, yes, but not painting. But drawing with Beekdor, that dude is crazy good. Catfish Jones, crazy good, especially with the music. His brother, Mark Fun Jones, they're the bomb. Are you me? I'll tell you what happened. I got to a birthday. We bought a house offshore, my wife and I, probably around 2000, 2001. And I didn't know what I wanted for my birthday. And she's like, you got, you know, tell me what you want for your birthday. And I'm like, I don't know. So eventually I just said, maybe I'll get a canvas and an easel and try painting. Because I thought I might be able to. When I was little, I could draw with a pencil, but like nothing crazy. I knew a little bit of three-dimensional. I could draw buildings, but nothing. I never got into anything crazy. I did have an art class once or twice in high school where you kind of had to know pen and ink and how color charts work and all that crap. But I kind of, when I play piano or guitar, I like to I just play until something strikes the heart chord, you know, when I write music. So like there's times, like if I write a song, there's times, and I got places on the web, I should put some links up, like where some of my music's still trapped. But Same with writing music. I just play until it feels good. So when I paint, I just paint and mix colors and mush colors. I mean, I know not to make mud, but I just like paint until the painting tells me what I'm painting. I don't really. I've done 2 copies. There was a Christmas card from my grandfather, and he wanted me to paint that card. It was like a boat in the water. It's hanging up over at my mom's house actually now. So I've done big landscape painting, but I don't do people. I don't do portraits. Mainly just landscaping, beachscaping, stuff like that. A couple boat stuff on the water. And I'll never forget, I was just painting like a sky and a beach. And somebody walked by and they were like, oh, that looks good. Oh, you're learning to paint. Great. And they walked by like a half hour later and like, whoa. And that just told me right there, the first time I ever painted on a 20 by 16 canvas, that maybe there's something to it. I definitely like crafts. I like making crafts and stuff like that. Anytime cooking, same thing. You know, put salt in there until you like it. And if you oversalt it, add sugar or start over. Who cares, right? Don't matter. Like, take Sparky. I'm jealous. You know, Drunken One makes his own beef jerky, which I've had, and it's amazing. And he brews his own beer. Bitch. Wish I could brew my own beer. But watch his videos. Dude knows what he's doing when it comes to brewing beer, man. He rocks it. You know? And yes, Sparky, you do. You rock it. Iron Dog, my brother. Love you, brother. At first, I met Sparky on live streams. But you go to Sparky's, you know, to go to Drunken One's site, and he throws down when it comes to the mathematics, the passion for brewing. And all of a sudden you're like, wow, I just learned something. That's what I love. I like sites like that. They kind of trick you. All of a sudden, I'm ready to go out and start brewing. Bzz. Nope. Closest I'll come is that Paw way. I'll just mix some yeast and some grape juice and put it away for 4 weeks, and then I'll give it a taste. But I would love to brew beer. I would love it. Hold on, let me see what that said. Right, Iron Dog? I mean, that for me, that's pretty cool because I got other things I could do, but brandy's cool too. I mean, like rum. Isn't rum, you just put in like brown sugar and it becomes rum? Is that the easiest way to do it? Let me see what Fred put up there. Oh, Fred, dude. Awesome. Good to see you. There it is. Dude, thanks, man. Go to work. Get a good night's sleep, whatever, man. I love you for stopping by. It was good just to be able to hang out with you. I miss all you guys coming in. I miss you guys. Especially Iron Dog. Iron Dog was following me when I was going down to Florida. He was like one of the first people to even, I don't even know if it was take interest. I don't want to call it that, but I didn't know what I was doing with YouTube yet. And he would chime in and say hi to me and make me feel like somebody cared. And I like that. The last thing I need is drips. Watermelon wine. That would be freaking cool. Watermelon wine. Hey. Yes, Sam. You Sam was the reason I'm playing guitar again. Really. I don't see JD much around. I'm not. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. He probably doesn't see me much around because even when I was in the heaviness of going to everybody's live streams, popping into JD just wasn't. I don't know if it was the timing, but I think that night Sam and JD were sharing guitar licks and riffs and whatnot. You guys made me feel all kinds of comfortable. Look at where you built me up to today, right? I would have never thought I'd be hanging out, painting, and talking to you guys. I never knew anybody would stand here and hang out with me just to watch me paint anyway. But it is going to get better. It's going to get better. Oh, Sam. I'll tell you who I'm starting to relearn. Sammy. I don't know if you like him or not, or if you know him. But I'm starting to learn some more Jack Johnson tunes. He's from Hawaii. Oh, you just started seeing him again. Okay, cool. Cool. Cammy, cool. Tiny house of living's in the house. In the house. Yeah, I turn into Serious Dark real fast. Serious Dark is no fun. Serious Dark. Serious Black. That's funny. Yeah, Jack Johnson's like a wonderkin. He's, I don't know. He's got a super duper following, but he's not on the radio like he was with that one hit with the Curious George back then or whatever. But yeah, Staple It Together is one of my favorite tunes. We used to do that in a band I was in. Staple it together. So I'm starting to relearn some of his songs. And Jack Johnson's got such a weird, he's got such a cool voice. Like there is no other Jack Johnson. But it's easy. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of, he's like soulful, but yet still, I don't know, islandy, for lack of a better term. I never thought I would be painting Joseph's toes. I never thought I'd paint over baby Jesus' face just so I could make him a new face. How freaking cool is that? The other day on the live on part 1 of this, I forget who said it, but they told me I had to make sure that the baby Jesus had rosy cheeks. Holly liked that. She was already thinking of like the coloring and all. I thought that was cool that of all the comments to say, can you make sure baby Jesus has rosy cheeks? I certainly can. We'll try and see what it looks like, right? I am a nerd, all right? I'm a nerd bitch. I'm a bitchy nerd. I know, Sparky, it's hard. Somebody's got to be the nerd, though. You know? Somebody's got to be the nerd. Probably for me, it's healthier. Do you guys know what I'm Catholic. I went to RCIA, but I don't practice Catholic. I was like Presbyterian or Protestant or something. I didn't really do much religion. But do any of you Catholics out there might know what this basketball baby Jesus is holding? I never looked it up yet. But it's like a ball, and it's going to have gold strap. It's like blue, and then like this gold strapping. Do you know what he might be holding, if anybody out there knows? Or when you rewind this and watch this later, if anybody could tell me what that little blue thing is, I'm going to look it up anyway, but see if you throw it in the comments for me. And I went to Catholic school too. You know what? I would have thought it's a basket, but no. And if you see it, if you look it up online, because this statuary is online too, his hand is like resting on, like, I didn't know if it was a hat. It could be a little bowl hat, but it's, in some of them it's either white, all white with these gold, just a gold strip going that way and then over. So he's really resting on there. And I'm doing this off of my phone, so I can't even, I'm talking into my phone. But I can't look it up, but I've had a few questions of what that is. And I haven't told anybody yet what it is. Because I don't know. Catholic. Cool. Catholic. That's what's my dad, my real father, or blood father, or whatever. He was born in Savannah. So, yeah, he was born in Savannah, taught, hey, Harry, you want your ass kicked, stuff like that. But he was a Baptist pastor in the last 10 years of his life. So when I would visit him, I learned a little bit of Baptist, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Baptist doctrine. I guess it's better. I mean, would it have been cool if he was Mormon? What was that? Did I miss that, Tina? Right, Dark. Right. Cool, dude. Thank you, Dark. You're always good to me, big brother. Well, I'm going to make that like a sky blue little ball with gold strapping. Because I saw that in some pictures, and I saw it white with brown strapping, but the blue with the gold looks cool. He's going to be in white. Jesus is going to be in white. Joseph's going to be in two-tone blue. Right in here's aqua. Out here's navy blue. We're in the home stretch, kids, for the first coat. And for the second coat to work good, this has to fully dry. So I'm going to go around once. Check. Got to get the paint between toes. The brown could have been due to the fact that the gold was a hard color to come by. No. Later, dog. Thank you for coming, brother. I love you, man. I love you. And I am getting around to getting to the old folk, me the old folk too, like all the people I started with. I'm getting around to his. I'm getting back to checking out videos and getting to lives. Somewhere. Oh, here we go. This is like some of the best. There's royal gold. Metallic. I have it there. Sam, love you, brother. Thank you. I'm about done. I'm getting close. Getting close. I'm so happy you stopped in, man. And Sam, I got your, I think you and Country Girl, I was live when you gave me that invite. So, just so you know, don't ever hesitate if you want to send me something like that. We're going to be together, man. I'll let you know next time we go up. We're either going to be talking a second coat, or maybe I'll do that and then invite everybody for the coloring. I don't know yet, but it's fun to just hang out with you guys. Let me do some work and chill out with each other. So that's awesome. Well said, Iron Dog. Well said. Well, I hope you come back. I hope you come back. I'll try to put out good notices. I'll try to get out to your sites too, of course. I'm just getting back into the swing. We've been managing. Holly's playing on 2 basketball teams right now. So Thanksgiving, Mom's birthday, Christmas, 2 basketball teams. And we were crazy. Awesome, Sam. That's cool. I got these too, Dart. This is gunmetal gray, but it's gorgeous. This brand, I don't know, it's just folk art. It's from Michaels. But these little acrylics, they're not that expensive and they coat awesome. Still nice and good. But they are metallic, man. When they say metallic, they really have a... I bought these for a thing I did with my son's project for school. So I have them. And I have a silver. I have a nice silver, too. I used to make ink out of elderberries. And you had your sword. And you had your mighty steed. That's awesome. That's good ink, though. Elderberry ink does make... I'm sure you did it. I'm just teasing. Just the way you put it sounded sort of primitive. Back in the day, I made my own ink out of elderberry. Awesome. What did I miss, Iron Dog? Say something? I feel your pain, Iron Dog. So thankful for you guys. Oh, the arthritis, I got you. Tune in, I got more coming up. Jessica Rabbit. Yes, I remember Jessica. I remember. It was with the all those silly boys that late night, and everybody was being adults. I think I put I sent out a notice to join that live. Great guys. Hondo. Yeah, it was on Hondo, I think. Hondo's, or Patch. But yes, I remember you. You rock, Jess. I am so cool. That's awesome that you stopped by, sweetie. And I hope you stop by more. I'm just starting to go live again. So I'm doing a statue. I repaired it. And now I'm first coating it, whitening it out. And then I'm going to refurbish it. I'm going to redo all the colorings. It's Joseph and Baby Jesus. And it's for a good friend of mine. So, you're certainly welcome here. I hope that more of my friends come out. All the people that are in my tribe, I love them dearly. So, anywho, just remember, thank you for hanging. It's good to sub up, sub down here if you want. I don't get into it. Do what you guys want with each other. You know the rules of playing the game anyway. But, if you're walking outside, you're getting in the parking lot, veteran. They do it for you 24/7. Love you guys. Thanks.